I think today's hearing did feel like it was sprawling. We got to a lot of different things. But this point about Trump having secretly planned to direct people to the Capitol without telling the authorities, without telling the other agencies of the government, that seems to me to be a very important new point.
Yeah, and I think it's both a new point and it's also in line with a bunch of other new revelations they have surfaced, which point to consciousness of guilt, right? Like the fact they were scheming, the fact that they're having meetings and not telling other people, the fact that the secret electors were told not to tell other people, told not to text about it. Like they have revealed time and time again, because there was this weird degree to which they were doing it in public. Like Rudy Giuliani was running around the country doing it in public. You could almost think like, oh, they didn't realize like that they had to hide some of this, but that's not the case.
Right.
Like they did have to hide some of it.
And they knew it.
And they knew it.
And they put it in writing.
And they did it in writing. And that to me just speaks to the fact that there really was consciousness of guilt. And the other thing I thought that you did a great job laying this out just with the witness is that it's just very clear now the crowd was the weapon.
Yeah.
He had nothing left at that point. He knows he doesn't control DOD. He knows he can't send in the National Guard. He can't do a traditional coup. The courts didn't work. He's hoping that he can get the votes in Congress, but all he has left, the weapon, is the crowd, and it's wielded like a weapon. And everyone around the plot knows it. The Proud Boys go early, but they know they need backup. Trump goes to the ellipse, and he hurls it like David in a slingshot, right, at the Capitol. Like the crowd is the weapon. Yeah. That is crystal clear now after the hearings.
But there's something so crazy. I mean, the testimony about the OTR builds on Cassidy Hutchinson's testimony, and we talked about it together afterward, where Liz Cheney has her go through almost a boring explanation of what is the difference between a planned movement and an OTR. And it wasn't totally clear what she was building at, but it was obviously this.
And OTR means an off-the-record.
Means, right. It's like President Biden stops and gets ice cream. President Obama and Michelle, sometimes if they're on vacation, will stop by something philanthropic. It's not on the schedule so that you don't have to lock down the venue that you're going to. You know, to put mags. Now the country knows, everyone knows what mags are. The fact that an OTR was leaked to the rally organizers is a massive, I mean, on top of being central to the coup, a massive operational security violation. And the fact that he was communicating with Katrina Pearson and the rally organizers about a planned OTR, it's not an OTR anymore. And so it really illuminates the parallel off-book government that he was leading. Of course, he wasn't sitting atop the nation's military. He was the commander-in-chief of this other thing.
He was running an operation against the U.S. government, and so the U.S. government had to be kept in the dark about it.
And it really